Hi, I'm David Norris, and I'm serving up the perfect podcast, Pompey Platter with Russ, Daz and Haz. Play up, Pompey!
Murphy scores! A magnificent goal! That's just wonderful from Josh Murphy! Shaughnessy, great saving! Shaughnessy at the near post! Chance for Colby Bishop over the goalkeeper, off the post and into the back of the net! Colby Bishop! Lang's got his fourth! A fourth for Callum Lang!
Hello and welcome back after the fun and festivities of Christmas and New Year. Hope you all had a good one. This is Pompey Patter and this is season 2, episode 21. It's going to be an FA Cup third round review. As always, I'm joined by the boys, Russ and Haz. How you doing, lads? You okay? Did you enjoy your pigs in blanket?
I had many a pigs in blankets.
Yeah, I do enjoy a pigs in blanket.
I love a pig in blanket. I didn't actually have a pigs in blanket this year.
Disgraceful.
I know, but it's one of these things. Here we are. Let's cheer ourselves up by talking Pompey, shall we? So what we're going to do is... Yes, exactly, yay. We're going to review the 5 festive fixtures. I can't remember half of them or what happened in them, so we'll go through and talk about it. The shock horror. Too much alcohol and food, basically. Then we're going to move on to our Arsenal preview, which I believe has you're happy about that, weren't you? So, and then we're going to move on to Russ's Taskmaster, and then finish off with a bit of Harry's Who Am I? So, lads, what was the first game of our festive fixtures?
Fuck knows.
Before we get into that, actually, I just want to point out, because we did advertise Graham coming on.
Oh, yeah. Go for it, mate, yeah.
He's coming on next week instead now. He couldn't do tonight. So, in case people are wondering if they're tuning in for that reason.
Yeah, lovely. Looking forward to that next week. Looking forward to have a proper good old debate. A fair, good, honest debate as well at that. So, what was our first game?
Derby.
It was...
Derby. Was it Derby?
Was it Derby?
Did we talk about Derby? I can't remember.
We're well prepared.
I think, we previewed Derby and QPR.
Yeah. So Derby, 1-1. In my eyes, it was a proper away performance. Nothing to really write home about, but nothing
well, except from the absolutely amazing goal we scored.
Yeah, apart from that, I was going to get to that. But nothing to pour our drawers down and get depressed about. So, yeah. So, Russ, as you picked it up, we scored a nice early goal. Talk us through it.
Well, it was just a lovely one-touch football, wasn't it? Trying to think how it's so long ago. Probably should have rewatched things back. Who was involved? So did it start with Schmid? If I remember.
Yeah,
right?
Straight from the keeper.
Yeah.
And then didn't it go to? Oh, I can't remember who he passed to, but when I remember it went to Williams. Is that right?
It went out to the left, didn't it? Because it went from Schmid into. Was it a defender, then into Mark, and Mark put it out to the left.
Yeah, Mark.
To Williams. Williams played quite
a... And then Bishop flicked on to Lang. Is that right?
Yeah.
Bishop flicked to Murphy.
Bishop flicked to Murphy. Murphy put it into Lang. Yeah, I should have rewatched this goal. And then Lang did fantastic. Well, to be honest, if he had missed, I would have been screaming him for not passing it to Murphy, because he was... But luckily, he finished it. And it was just like, oh my God, where the fuck did that come from? Because it was just lovely, simple football that I haven't seen a score a goal like that probably since we were in League One.
Yeah, and it was really fluid, and it was a real team goal. You can see that's where the kind of that talent, that championship level players that we have actually got when they're not injured. We can do it.
And the shame thing, I know Bishop, Bishop still hadn't scored, but just felt like before we got injured, he was just starting to come back into, like, he was linking up well, and that sort of flick on sort of, bodes well with my point, and, leading the line well, and, and there was a sort of game where he was heavily involved with that, and for me, it was one of them games. Draw was probably a fair result. Don't think they did much in the first half, if I remember. I think they had a better second half, and it was one of them where you go, yeah, a point was probably about right. We kept that Adjuman quiet. I remember that.
Big Patrick.
Yeah. And I think I'm sure if I remember rightly, that was one of Matthews' better games.
It was, again, until he decided to score an own goal. Obviously the ball was played in down our left and their right. Hayden Matthews was the one playing, I think it was it Ward maybe?
Yeah, he played him on side, and then obviously
was playing Ward on side, called for it to be off. He's still adamant it was off, but he plays a good ball in, and it's hard on Matthews because if he doesn't dive in as he did, the striker's going to score anyway.
Yeah. The actual own goal part is one of them, like, unlucky. But it was his fault that he played him on side.
Yeah, and I've the thing is, I think because he's thought he's offside and he's put his hand up, he's kind of maybe taken a bit of a less part of a stride. I think if he doesn't concentrate on putting his hand up and calling for the offside, he probably clears that a bit better. Because he's sort of sliding onto it to try and scoop it away, but obviously can't do it because the ball's just probably a little bit too far for him. Where if he was probably half a yard, like forward towards our own goal, he probably does scoop it out. But again, it's fine margins. It's not something to really sort of pick at him about. But yeah, the second half, it was quite uneventful, wasn't it, Harry?
Yeah, not a lot went on really, I don't think. Again, it's so far back, it's hard to remember. Just kind of looking at the match momentum on FootMob, and it was kind of we had like a 10-minute spell, then they did, and then we did kind of press. We had a bit more momentum until about the 80th minute, but then we only had 4 shots and 1 on target the whole game. So we might have had a bit more of the ball, but didn't do a lot with it. Kind of slowing the ball down, really, more so.
Yeah.
Draw was probably a fair result.
Yeah, I think it was a fair result. And I think, they really... I can't really remember them having... Oh, is that the bell for...
That's the 5-minute timer for that game done.
Right, game done. So let's move on to QPR at home. Obviously, I didn't see any of this game. Tried to, but obviously I was in Portugal sunning myself. I was in shorts and t-shirt.
You were selling yourself?
I was sunning myself.
Oh, sunning yourself.
Sunning myself. No, I don't need to sell myself anymore.
We might as well hand this one over to Hasday because I was busy Boxing Day. I couldn't go to the game, so I didn't see any of it other than the goal.
Yeah, give us your thoughts on QPR.
Yeah, it was. First half it was probably the best 45 I've seen this season from us.
Yeah, I heard that.
We pretty much killed off QPR attacking wise. We nullified them. They had a couple of kind of half counter attacks, but nothing really kind of troubled the defence. And it was just waiting for that goal. And unfortunately, although we went in 1-0 up and it felt like, we had to get that goal, that the goal came too late, the first one. We needed to go and get a second and even a third. While we were so dominant in that first half, we needed to go and get a second and 1, 2, 3, by half time, because you're always likely to have a bit of a bounce back from the away team or any team that have been so dominated in the first half. And it also mixed with QPR kind of changing a few bits and kind of adapted the way that they were going to set up without changing any personnel. But also we kind of felt like we'd kind of gone, well, these lot are well easy to play against. We don't need to try as hard anymore. In which case, we got done by Jimmy Dunn. Another set piece, just one of the big guys in there. He's an aerial presence. That's 2 in 2 seasons at Fratton Park for Jimmy Dunn now.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't he score against us last season?
He did. You'd think that we'd be aware of someone, he's kind of like a Shaughnessy to us. You'd be aware of Shaughnessy being such a presence for them, for us. So surely you should be aware of a player of his physical presence in either box. And then that kind of made it 1-1. And after that, it was kind of a bit of QPR again. But it was, again, I'd probably say a draw's a fair result. But again, it's another game when you're 1-0 up. But I know this time it's at home, so maybe it feels a bit different. But when you're 1-0 up and then you end up drawing, you always feel like it's 2 dropped. Whereas maybe away from home, or if you're 1-0 down, you come back and it's 1-0. You kind of, it's a point gained. Derby, I think, was a point gained out of the 2, but this was definitely 2 dropped, especially on that first half, because we didn't give them a sniff. And scoring right on the half-time is better than not scoring, but we needed to get a goal or 2 earlier on than that.
Yeah. As I said, I didn't watch the game, so I didn't really get much off of it. But as you said, and from what I got from everyone, obviously I've seen the goal and stuff like that, and I've seen the goal that we've conceded, obviously from a set piece, which obviously we hadn't been as guilty of recently. So, and that's the thing. Like, what did sort of make me laugh is that we did concede a goal from obviously the corner. And then people got on the case of like getting rid of Michael Doyle, all that kind of stuff. But I mean, we are still going to concede goals at set pieces, whether we get better at them or not. Like, it's just about reducing them rather than like cutting them out altogether. Because I mean, the chances of you cutting them out altogether is near to nil. So there's no point in thinking we're never going to concede a goal from a set piece anymore. Just that we have to reduce it. And also be better going the other way, which I think we have been. And yeah, it sounds like QPR was the old bog standard game of 2 halves. Was there anyone that really stood out for you for Pompey?
Just the goal scorer, Terry Devlin, again, just doing what Terry Devlin does.
Would you say he's our best player of the season at the moment?
He's my player of the season right now, yes.
I would agree with you.
It's between him and John Swift, I think.
Yeah, he's been very consistent. Obviously, he had that bit where he he did in fact handball it on the line. But apart from that, it's the only blip he's had, and the rest of it, he's been so consistent and by far our best player this season and one of the most available.
Yeah.
I'll carry on because the Bristol City will literally just be about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, you want to do Charlton next, don't you, Russell?
Oh, we will do.
Charlton.
Go on then, Russ. Do you want to take Charlton away?
Take your timer off. I want an hour on this. That was just what you kind of go every week hoping for, isn't it? Like, I'd never seen anything like that go for us. I can remember one against. I don't know if you boys can remember it because it was COVID season.
What the game that reminded me of?
So we took the lead right at the last minute, and then the other team went up the other end to equalise. And
I don't remember that.
Who was that?
It stopped us. Like if that never happened, we would have got in the playoffs.
Who was that then?
That was Accrington Stanley. Remember when we played them twice right at the end because of all the.
Yeah, away from home, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we went 3-2 up and thought that's it. And I think that confirmed us in the playoffs as well. Yeah. And then they scored from a corner. Funny enough. Yeah. So yeah, I've never seen anything like it. I don't know about you boys have for us. I can't remember any. Not that quick. Late.
No. Not kind of coming back like that. The only ones you think of was a couple of Connor Shaughnessy last minute winners, but nothing like
Nothing.
one back after the other.
Literally half the stadium emptied when Charles closed. And it was one of them where we were the better team. Sorry, we weren't even the better team. I felt like we were snatching a win. I don't know how you boys felt. They had the better chances. I don't care what anyone says. It was one of them I thought we got away with this. We shouldn't be winning this, but after all the games I've watched us outplay them and lose and draw so many times over the last 20 years, it was like finally it's going our way.
I mean, it was just coming though. I mean, their goal, obviously, you bring on Shaughnessy for Matthews. Nothing really on Matthews. It's just you need Shaughnessy to cut. You need Shocks to come on and get minutes, and he's going to be the full guy compared to Regan Poole. And obviously Shaughnessy does what Shaughnessy does. Front post header, loves the front post run, straight in, pretty much the exact same spot as the Barnsley goal. I mean, I called it. I think a lot of people kind of turned to each other and went, Connor Shaughnessy's going to score here. And he did.
Put some money on it.
Yeah. But
their goal,
once,
have a corner.
I know it was scrappy, but it was coming from about 80 minutes. We were just sat there and camped, and you could tell a goal was always coming from Charlton. It was always coming, but just because of,
didn't we?
Huh?
Didn't we bring Bow out on as well to go to a back five?
We did, yes.
We didn't help because it just invited pressure.
Yeah, and then obviously we made the substitution of Franco Ume coming on for Kirk.
Yep.
Was it at the last minute because Kirk went down with cramp, or his indicated his calf, which ironically then added on the minute that Charlton scored in. It's very sloppy. I know Yang got a lot of hate because he gave the stupid free kick away. I don't really see it. It's a very soft free kick, but you can see why the ref's given it. But initially we deal with that free kick. Bauwak clears it out for a corner, which is a good header from him. But then we let ourselves down with the equaliser with 2 free headers. I think
the 2 free headers is frustrating, but what was more frustrating is and it's one of them things where Schmidt didn't know, or maybe not realise that Franco Uma was right behind him. If he hadn't jumped for it, he would have had the easiest headed clearance off the line you've ever seen.
I think they got in each other's way, didn't they?
Yeah, he barged Franco Uma out of the way, didn't he? He literally jumped on him. And if he hadn't done that, he just would have had a simple header off the line. But I don't care because it created one of my favourite moments of all time.
I mean, the fact that they had 2 free headers though is very poor.
Oh yeah, it's very poor. But I forgive it for what happened next.
I don't. I mean, I was one of the people that left. I mean, when Charlton equalised, it was already a minute over the time that we'd. I know it's a minimum of 5 minutes, and so obviously with us adding that substitution of Ume for Kirk, added on probably 30 seconds or so. But by the time they'd scored and reset, it was about 96 and a half minutes. So you kind of think, the ref's going to, as soon as Dazelle kicks the ball, because Dazelle was the one that always kicks off normally, as soon as we kick off, he's going to blow up for full time. So because I'd left, I didn't see the fact that Charlton overegged the celebration.
So at what point did you hear what happened? Where were you?
So I after physically abusing the seat in front of me quite a few times with pure anger, I got up, turned around and just ran up the stairs. And I got to the other end of the concourse because I go out the far opposite entrance to where I come in or where I'm sat. So I was just getting to the last stairwell, and all of a sudden I hear this massive, the roar, the stamping on the terrace in the stand, And I think, like, in my brain, it's like multitude of thoughts in like milliseconds. It's like, what the fuck is that? Why is that us cheering? We wouldn't be cheering that at full time. That means we've scored. Bolt up the last set of stairs. Everyone's
you weren't one of them who's trying to get back in, were you?
no. I wanted to see what was going on. Got to the top of the stairs. Everyone's jumping around. Some random bloke comes around and hugs me. Then everyone else that's left comes up behind me, and then we're all in like a stair sandwich, jumping up and down, celebrating. And I don't know why we're celebrating, or what, like we're just jumping up and down for the laughs of it.
Well, surely you realise we must have scored. Like,
Well,
no one
yeah, I did, but I was so like, there's no fucking way. Like, what the
confused.
hell?
I must admit,
Yeah.
I watched it going and still couldn't believe what I see.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it was just a really bizarre moment. Obviously, I know I wasn't there, and it teaches me to not leave. But I genuinely thought the referee was going to stop and kind of blow. If there was still 2 or 3 minutes to play that like we knew about, I would have stayed. But yeah, and then the bloke that was hugging me went Yang, and I was like, all right, Yang scored then. And that turns out to be his last touch in a Pompey shirt.
yeah, which is
But what's
the
funny is also I don't know, for me, what made it even better. I'm a head loss person at football, right?
No shit.
Yeah, I am. I lose my head. But
Really?
I
I don't think he's ever lost his head, Daz, has he?
But you two never actually seen my lost head.
Yeah.
But
We see the text, Russ. We know.
Yeah, but you've not seen anything. But when other people have a head loss, it stops me from having a head loss because I just didn't end up laughing at them because it's sort of like I feel like they've taken my anger away, if that makes sense. And
Yeah.
the people behind me, they slammed their seat. The abuse they were giving Messino, the players, the owner, everything, the whole thing. They were done with the club and everything. So then I didn't realise they hadn't gone. I thought they were still there. So when Yang scored, I turned round to kind of go, nah, at them. And they're gone. And I thought, oh my God, all that, and you missed it. And it just made it, the whole thing, watching a half empty stadium, make that camera shakes. And like that shook more than when Chuck Nessie scored against Barnsley. And that was with a full stadium. So, yeah, the whole thing was just magical. And the fact that there were so many people who just stormed off and missed it just made it funnier for me.
I think the best part of it is when your club captain runs and celebrates and pulls his hammy.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, that's funny and all. Because it kind of reminded me, even though it was a different situation, Daz, you would probably remember this more. Do you remember when we were 2-0 down against West Brom, or 2-1 down with about 5 minutes to go? And then we equalised, and then Lawala lashed one top corner, and he was miles offside, which made it even funnier. At this point, loads of people had left. Like, I know someone who didn't even know that we won because, like, social media weren't a thing back then.
Yeah.
Do you remember that game at all?
I can't remember that one. No, I'm not.
I literally can remember texting him text me later saying, "Oh, I know the fucking shit that was." And it was like, what do you mean we won? And he didn't believe me until we watched like Match of the Day or something like that.
Jesus.
But yeah, that's what football's about.
Yeah.
Daz, did you stay?
Well, I was still in Portugal, wasn't I? So
yeah, you complete knob. Did you watch it?
Well, no, I was trying to get like a good like internet connection. It just wasn't working, so I thought, do you know what, I'm going to leave it.
So when they won all, did you go, oh, fuck that, and put your phone away?
Well, funny enough, like I saw that we're like, obviously I was keeping up to date with, obviously I saw you guys like message on the group and also having a look on Twitter, and I saw obviously Shock Nessie scores, so I was buzzing about that, and I was just having a few drinks. And then when it got to around the 90th minute, I was sorting some bits out in our little chalet thing. And then I thought, oh, right, let's have a look at the, just make sure we've won. Because, again, it's one of those things where I don't want to keep looking and scrolling because it's like, I'd rather just put it away and then just look at the final result. And then when I looked on Twitter...
That's what she said.
Yeah, I looked on Twitter and obviously it was whoever does the tweeting. So I'm guessing Max does it. I don't know whether he does it or someone else does it. But... I saw all, obviously, like in capital letters, all different random word letters, which reminded me of the game when we played Exeter City, because obviously when we beat them in the last minute. Again, that people put those tweets up, don't they? And I was like, I saw that tweet, and I was like, what's happened here? Like, have we just made it 2-0? We're just buzzing. And I looked back at it, and I looked at the timeline, and I was like, Jesus, I'm glad I didn't look at Twitter at that point, because I think I would have lobbed my phone and hit some Portuguese fella walking past our chalet. So that's how I saw it, and then obviously watched all the stuff online and that kind of thing. I think I watched the Charlton vlogs, the 3 or 4 different angles. I think I watched them about 10 times
Honestly,
each.
Oh, the one
why
behind
why on earth
one.
you filming that? Why on earth would you upload that to social media? Just what? Because you're giving so much to everyone. You're giving so much ammo to fucking everyone. Pompey fans to like the Millwall fans are loving it. They're like, cheers, boys. Like, what a guy. Like Millwall fans all of a sudden like us. Like, why would you upload that?
Well,
Well, I'll get the vloggers because there's no different to like Tom, is it? You know, like that.
Yeah, of course.
But the ones that are like just were recording that moment, I don't get why. That would have been deleted.
Yeah.
well,
It's just so many. The faces drop. The fact that they're in the middle of singing. You know,
I forgot about
we
that.
never. They're literally going. We never lose at Frat. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, honestly, the whole thing you couldn't like. If you're gonna break a curse,
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
and funny enough, from everything I've read and like saw and things like that, it seemed like that 90th minute onwards was the most exciting part of the game. Like, it sounded like a pretty drab affair. Was that
It
fair to
weren't the
say?
best of games. It was 2 shit teams going against each other,
Yeah,
and I honestly felt like we didn't deserve the win at the time when it was 1-0 and thought, oh, you know, we might get away with this. Then we did.
With
Not the
those
way.
sort of games, though, it's like they're either going to be open, like in a really good game, or they're going to be cagey, tight, and boring affairs. And obviously,
Boring game. It was just
lack of quality, maybe.
yeah, just like both teams were trying to have a go at each other, but when either got near the box, it just kind of fell apart.
Mm. And that's looks like two teams that are worried of making mistakes and not like sort of, because when you're in good form and you're more relaxed, you're more likely to make certain decisions, especially in the final third, which are more creative. And when you're under pressure, I mean, we know, don't it, like seen it down Fratton Park so many times when we're sort of not in a good space as a club, like players look like they don't want to show themselves as much. They don't want to play that killer pass just in case there's a big moan in the stand, which is understandable because people want things to work out. But it does. I think it does put pressures on players, which they have to deal with, like, because it's up to them to pull us out of certain situations. So I'm not saying that, not blaming fans for that or anything like that. It's just, I suppose, just football, and we all know that's what it's like. Is there anything regarding Charlton you boys want to pick up on?
Cheer up, Nathan Jones.
And
Oh, what can it be?
that also
To
proves the fact that
shit scummy bastard and a shit football team.
beautiful.
Thank you.
That it also proves the point of all that shit you see from him is only when the cameras are on him, because there was no camera on him. And when they show the angle where you see like our players come on the pitch and stuff like that, you can see him in the background. He just stood still. But you know for a fact if there was a camera on him, there'd be some sort of dramatic reaction from him.
Yeah. It's just to see is like, he's like, what has he said? He said something like, to draw, we should have won. To draw was inexcusable, and I cannot, like, I'll have to go and might shag some sheep or something to overcome the loss. It's like, off you pop, mate. Off you pop. See you later, twat.
I think that's a great way to wrap that bit up.
It was.
No offence to all the other lovely Welsh people. and the Pompey Welsh people, because there's no doubt Pompey supporters that are Welsh.
I think you're probably more offended by the accent that you tried to put on.
Specifically Nathan Jones that was targeted at. And if you would like to come at me, my name is Darren from Winchester.
Yeah, pop round.
.com.
So obviously, I think this is going to be the shortest review out of all of them.
I've got a perfect way to do it. I'll just wait for you to announce it.
Bristol City.
Yep. But basically, put it this way, I don't know how you boys feel. Yes, we had a lot of players injured. Yes, were we expecting to do anything? No. But
I didn't expect to get absolutely arseholed, though, by a team that really didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't need to get out of first gear. Like,
it was crap.
We obviously, attack-wise, we were missing Lang, Bishop, Murphy, right? Which is not great. You're missing 3 of your front 4. Okay, we might not score. We might be able to scrape 1 if we're lucky. But bearing in mind our back 5, bar Ogilvy, is our strongest back 5 we've got. And Swanson has done immensely well at left back so far. He hasn't looked out of place. To have Schmid, Devlin, Paul, Shaughnessy and Swanson there, you would think, okay, we might not score a lot, but we should be defensively sound. And then we decided to just turn around and let him arsehole us. Nico, I saw a lot of people saying Nico should be dropped for the Ipswich game, which is an absolute farce, and I think you're a total twat if you think that. The amount of times he's saved us this year is unbelievable. He's had 1 bad game. Yes, he's responsible for 2 goals, but by the 5th goal, it's not like we're going to come back and win, is it? You know, who fucking cares? So, yes, he's responsible for a couple of goals. He's allowed a couple of mistakes. He's got so much credit in the bank. He's saved us many points and allowed us to either get a draw or get a win because of the saves he's come out with. He made a mistake. So what? It's not like it's John Swift who thinks that he plays for the opposition every time he wears a Pompey shirt. I think, you know, Nico gets off for that. But it was just the whole coordination of the team. I mean, another player that Ryan Stillwell's best mate, Scott Twine, just amazing. Mehmet or whatever you say how he says his name. Sorry about that, lad. Again, didn't really need to try. Just why? After the positive of the Charlton game, for what, 2 days, 3 days later, you turn out that. Have we gone back to last season?
Well, we've been like that all season anyway.
I think that's worse than last year at Bristol City.
Oh, that performance. What I mean is this season we've just been as bad as, we've done all right. Maybe we're on the turn. Oh no, we should still shit.
But why can't we need to start putting a couple of games together, you know? We did, and we put, you had the 2 draws.
Unbeaten, 2 draws, 2
We went for 4 unbeaten, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But then we just turn around and go, oh no, we might as well give up now. Let's just go and get Rogered. Brilliant. Thanks for that.
And I'm with you in terms of, you had your main defence. What's the excuse?
Again, tack-wise, not a problem. You're not going to score. That's fine, because you've got a bunch of, Kirk and that aren't ready and they're not championship level or whatever. Right, that's fine. You're not going to score. You might score 1 if you're lucky. But to have your main defence and concede 5 is inexcusable.
Yeah, and the problem is, it's as we said, obviously, with Schmidt, he didn't cover himself in glory at all, did he? Like, it was one of those games.
The second mistake was more on Bowat than Schmidt.
Nah,
awful touch from Bowat.
Schmidt pummeled it at him.
Yeah, I don't think Bowat's expecting it to be there on him. I think, but the thing is also at the same time, like, what I don't understand why we're playing out like that. It's the same with the first one he gave away. Like, why are we playing out like that? Especially when we're 1-0 down in the first half, and it's like just play percentages. Like, I get we haven't got a lot to hit up top, but maybe put it in behind their fullback and just get everyone up the pitch and then be nice and solid. Because at that point, when we're 1-0 down, because we're set up to, like, we were set up to just try to not lose. That's the way I looked at it with the players we had on the pitch. And because we didn't have that attacking threat as much. If you go down 1-0, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, but then you have to be even more sensible and even more clever, because the longer you can hold it down to 1-0, all you need is one moment. And we have got players on that pitch that can produce that, with like Segatic, and like obviously Chaplin can do that. We had his option off the bench and players like that to play that ball, and then once it went to 2-0, it was game over, in my opinion. And I saw that, I thought, there's no way we're getting back into this. So I think it's just a day to forget. I also think it's to get beaten like that. I think I tweeted about it not long after the game. To get beaten by that means there's no hiding place for the club, for anyone. So no one can look at that result or like lean up to the transfer window and think, do you know what? I think we'll be all right. We just need a few players to complement. We all know that that wasn't the case anyway. But sometimes you need a big old ass whooping to sort of like have some evidence there. So like the owners or
I think John Messina could turn up with no one fit, and I still don't think they'd buy anyone for him.
well, then I mean, we had this discussion earlier, didn't we? Like, they're gonna have to. Like, there's no ifs and buts now. Like, as I said, I'm very I think I'm quite a level-headed football fan, and I understand certain decisions that are made and things like that. But unfortunately, we're in the position now where it's like it's do or die. You have to do it, and I know I'm not saying they will, but they have to. Like, whether they will or not, it'd be another thing. And I hope that they prove like people wrong and they do put their hands in their pockets. And again, doesn't need to be anything based on like transfer fees, but things like wages and getting actual oven ready players to hit the ground running. But I suppose we will see. I think that's enough of the.
I think that's better for next week. That sort of question, isn't it?
Yeah.
When we have the little debate.
Yeah. So
But
go
just
on, sorry.
back on Schmid,
Yeah.
and what people have been saying online. I don't think people quite understand about distribution, because people say he's got poor distribution. But actually, when you look at the stats, he's got the 9th best distribution in the league. And the difference between him and the top is nothing.
Yeah.
No one in this league has got good distribution. I've not seen a goalkeeper go, and I go, oh God, that goalie can pass well. Oh, that goalie can kick well. None of them can. It's a myth. The whole I don't get why people are so obsessed with distribution with goalkeepers. I just cannot fathom it. I'd rather have a goalie who can save and catch. I couldn't give a shit about his kicking. Couldn't give a fuck. I watched David James kick it all the way out for throw-ins many times, and Alan Knight, no one moaned because it was normal. But because Ederson could pass the ball better than fucking David Beckham, it's just like this myth now that all goalkeepers can kick the ball. No, they can't.
Yeah, and the thing for me is that like I don't need, because obviously the thing is we can't do that, and I thought we went away from that last season of
Oh, I agree. We shouldn't be doing it.
trying to
But
play out from the back. Like, I thought we went away from that because of the teams we're up against, and we just needed a bit extra quality. And I think it suited us to sort of not be that team that played around the back. I mean, the Derby goal is a prime example of, like, I don't mind playing out from the back, but play it faster and go forward. Like go forward, back, side, forward. Like, because unfortunately, especially with the team we have at the moment with injuries, we haven't got that quality to be able to hold on to the ball too long to then go forward, because we haven't got those players further up the pitch that can create stuff for us. So we have to, I think we should be getting the ball forward as quickly as possible so we can sort of like shock and a bit of like organised chaos, and give those players in the final third like as much of a chance as possible. But yeah, I mean, like, I like Schmidt's distribution, and I think everyone, as you said, Russ, people think it has to be spot on all the time, and it doesn't really, and you're not going to get that. Like, especially where we are in the Championship, those goalkeepers that can like the likes of Edison, Allison, and Rayham plays team goalkeepers like that who can put a ball on a sixpence pretty much every time costs tens of millions, even hundreds of millions. So we ain't getting them. So I think it's I think
People need to look at facts and stats before they spout shit. That's what annoys me. It's like, when people moan about it, I thought, I typed it in Google, had a look at the stats, and I thought, he's the 9th best in the league. And him and Bursic have played not too dissimilar games. There's only a few more Schmidt's played, and it's way better than Bursic's. And yet people are saying Bursic's is better. What was I going to say? It was, and the difference between Schmid and whoever was first, the percentage wise, was literally nothing.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like you have to look at the kind of passes as well, like short passes, long passes, that kind of thing, and also what kind of players they've got on the pitch with them as well. Like if you've got a Bishop, you're more likely to want to go longer, and you've got more chance of, I'm not saying, like obviously Bishop has not exactly been at it this season, but you've got more chance of some being created or like a completed pass, long pass anyway, with Bishop up front than you do with like the likes of Kirk or Waddingham. So it depends what sort of players the goalkeepers have got in front of them as well. But yeah, I think is that enough on Bristol City?
I think it's more than enough.
Well, to be honest, we moved off Bruce and he was talking more just about Schmid in general.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. I suppose, should we? Obviously, I think we do need to talk about the Ipswich game.
Yeah, I've got a set. I've got an interview from the Ipswich fans. If you want to quickly listen, I thought it'd be good to get their point of view.
I'd like to point out to all the Ipswich fans though that I went the night before and watered the pitch heavily.
Yeah.
Is it going to work? Why isn't it working?
The stuff that always
I thought that was coming.
Yeah, that was it was a good interview to hear from them.
Yeah.
I thought it was important that we got a good balanced podcast going.
Yeah,
the thing that made me laugh with it all is the fact that I think people don't realise it's the ref that calls the game off, not the clubs.
Yeah. And we also popped the pitch in the fridge to sort of slowly defrost it, but that still didn't work. So I don't understand what they're moaning about.
And they were also like, "Oh, what is it? These tin pot like teams in second tier." So sorry, you were in League One a few years ago,
Exactly.
and until Ed Sheeran popped along with his fucking big bucks and his American friends, you were rotting in the same league as us. So get off your fucking high horse because you were shit in the Premier League last year and fuck off.
And the thing is, were they like, maybe the fans moaned a little bit from the travelling, but were they moaning when the Blackburn game got called off when they were losing 1-0 and then got the chance to have a replay and they got, was it a draw and they got in the end? But
yeah,
like, don't get me wrong, it's not ideal, but I mean,
Sheffield had their game called off.
Sorry?
Sheffield United called their
yeah, exactly. There was like,
and they've got underfloor heating as well, undersoil heating.
Yeah, I think theirs is also the surrounding areas, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think there was there 3 games? Because the whole game that got called off, literally, the players were warming up on the pitch, weren't they?
Yeah.
And the thing around the pitch was the issue. Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal. Like, ideally, you don't want any games called off because it's a fixture pilot. But
except from
I think 99% of the Pompey fans were absolutely buzzing. And that also then just led into more allegations from Ipswich players, Ipswich fans, and that kind of stuff to sort of, they got no players left, and this, that, and the other's like, yeah, sorry, but
a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
I literally woke up, got out of bed, went, fuck me, it's cold. Oh, please call the game off. I can't be asked to watch us get stuffed with a half-injured team in a freezing cold. Oh, I was begging. I was doing weather dances. I mean, like, I was so wanting it off. I've never wanted the game off ever in my life, but that was, I wanted it off. It would have been horrendous, and they're on fire at the moment at Switch. They would have absolutely, like, Bristol City was bad. This would have been worse.
It's a proper like Sunday morning feeling, isn't it? Like as in playing Sunday morning football, waking up and just being like, please call the game off. Please get the game be off.
Yeah.
But so I mean, I suppose that's really all about it. I mean, the game was called off relatively early. I know Ipswich is a bit of a travel, but I would guess that the majority of Ipswich fans that travelled on the day were only a few, like maybe a couple hours into their journey. And again, go talk to the ref. But what I do hope is that we didn't do everything we could do to get that game on.
I don't think we would have done.
No, I think we would have maybe left a couple of heaters off, maybe.
But apparently where the South Stand is, that part don't get any sun this time of year or something like that. They were saying so. And also, I see, I can't think of his name. He's the main like Ipswich YouTuber,
Alex Griffin.
That's it. Yeah, he was with someone who is a ref.
Right.
He asked his opinion, and he straight away went, "Yeah, I'm not surprised it's been called off. You can't play on two different, formed. One half of it's formed, and the other half is still iced." I mean, he was like, "I'm not surprised. I would have done the same thing."
Well, exactly. It's safety concerns, and I'm pretty sure that if a player got injured based on an unplayable pitch, I'm sure it's the ref that's held accountable and is the one that would
the
be
ref's decision. It's no one else's.
Yeah, exactly. So it's annoying. Well, it's annoying for them lot anyway. For us, not so much. Gives us a chance to get players back from injury, doesn't it? No.
What? No, they're all dead, Daz. They're all dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking of injuries.
Yeah, should we go over that?
Shall we have a quick little, kind of half preview of Arsenal?
Is that quick? Is it going to be quick? I think it's quite a long list.
I think this is going to be the longest segment. So as per Andy Moon and from John Messino in his presser today, Pompey's injury news. Mark Kosnowski has torn his ACL and MCL. So that is going to be 11 to 12 months. So we probably won't see him till Christmas. Have a nice summer, Mark. It won't be a nice summer, but, it's going to be a long old road for him. But hopefully, it goes swimmingly. He's not going to have surgery for another 3 weeks because it needs to settle down. So that's Mark Kosnowski done. Hayden Matthews, a similar ankle injury to what he had before, but this time doesn't require surgery, so is 8 to 10 weeks. Callum Lang is out for likely to another 4 to 6 weeks on his hamstring, though not the one he had the surgery on, so it's the other one this time. Josh Murphy's for another 3 weeks out. Pompey are being cautious with him. Obviously, we know he hasn't been his real self this season at all. He's clearly been carrying a knock for quite a while, probably since the beginning of the season, actually.
He was injured for Oxford, wasn't he? So.
Yes. Josh Knight doesn't look good. I mean, he looks like Sid the Sloth, so he doesn't look good. But his injury has no timescale. Colby Bishop should be back for Sunday.
I genuinely forgot Josh Knight existed.
Just every time we get a player back, someone else goes. Apparently, the positives are that Marlon Pack is fit again for the weekend.
Woo!
I'll let you interpret that if that's a positive or not.
Sarcastic woo.
Connor Ogilvie could return against Sheffield Wednesday, which is good. That is an actual positive.
Is it?
As a wise man once said in Ange Postecoglou, you think it's the light at the end of the tunnel when in fact it's an oncoming train. That's very much how it feels.
What I say Ogilvie coming back is it does seem like we've been shit at corners since he's been injured. It's another good aerial threat
We're just shit at corners, Russ. It doesn't really matter who's there or who's not.
No, but we got drastically worse. Like the first, I don't remember the first 2 or 3 months of the season. We were like shockingly bad.
He is an aerial presence.
Oh, Badge is bored.
Sorry, he is an aerial presence, isn't he? In both boxes.
But I've actually Swanson left back. I ain't gonna lie.
If you can get him and Shaughnessy in the same team, you're going to be a lot stronger defensively.
Do you reckon they know what they look like? They'll be like, "Who are you?"
I haven't seen you in ages. Arsenal, obviously, who else to host in the FA Cup but the best team in the whole of Europe?
Oh, I bet that hurt for you to say that.
It's true. You can't deny it.
Even if that was scum, I would never say that.
I can't deny it. They are the best team in Europe right now. They've got the best squad. The depth of squad is ridiculous. You look at their bench, they're playing right now as we record, they're playing Liverpool. Their bench of like Martinelli, Christian Norgard, Ben White, Kepa Arrizabalaga, however you say his name, Gabriel Jesus, like some of them players are starting for a majority of the Prem teams that are there.
There's a good chance Eze might play Sunday.
Eze as well.
Play by that.
Because don't forget, obviously, tonight, as we record this, they're playing in the Premier League at home to Liverpool. Then they've got us on Sunday in the FA Cup. Then on Wednesday, they are playing Chelsea in the first leg of the EFL Cup semi-final. So they've got 2 fairly important games either side, which you'd think they'd save their most important players for then. But then you still look at the likes of Eze, Norgard, Calafiori if he's fit. You've got Hincapié. You've got
Lewis Skelly.
You look at that and think, yeah, we're fucked. Pompey haven't kept a clean.
I'm buzzing for it though. I am buzzing for it.
I'm not. I can't be arsed.
I love cup games. I love it because they literally are a nothing game for us. It's a completely throw in the dart. Like I want to see Singer start. Fuck it.
As I said to you, that's what I said to you earlier, wasn't it? I said play the kids, play Bo Mullins, play.
Yeah, that's not just because I'm worried about injuries. I just think
play Ashton Sizer, play Teo Singer.
Yeah.
Just play Florian Bianchini because if he gets injured, no one really gives a fuck. It's not that important.
He's not going back to Swansea either, is he?
Well, if you're Swansea, are you going to recall someone that's that shit? No, you're not.
So we're stuck with him now.
And we're that good at loans that pretty much every loan we get, we can't end it. It's like, thanks. Idiots. Why would you keep signing loan players that you can't return? Like the same with Silvera.
It's not us, is it? It's a rule, isn't it?
No, you can. You can put in that you can terminate it. You don't have to keep them for the season.
Yeah, but what if like the other club don't want to do that, but you want the player? Like it's like with Chaplin, for example. No one
People thought Chaplin's going to be class.
Yeah, and it hasn't worked. Well, it still can work out. Like the other, I can't remember what game it was where he played well. Not many, but
so he have a good game against someone, and I can't remember who it was.
Yeah,
one game.
Was it Blackburn? I think, or Millwall. But like he's got that quality there. You don't turn into a bad player overnight. So he has got that quality there, and I'm hoping it comes out in the second half of the season. Bianchini, obviously, he was a bit different. Yang, again, a bit different.
You say Chaplin's different to Bianchini. They've both got the same amount of assists this season in the Championship. So,
but let's talk about the last few years.
I'm not talking about this season. Because there's loads of players that you could compare who have bad numbers for this season, but you would still say he's 10 times the player he is and stuff like that.
Gun to your head and say you have to put 50 quid on Chaplin to finish a better season than Bianchini, or Bianchini to finish a better season than Chaplin. You're going to put your 50 quid on Chaplin, aren't you?
I wouldn't be. I'd be putting my 50 quid back in my pocket.
Not with a gun at your head.
Fucking would, because both of them are dog shit.
Right, no matter what's going on with Chaplin, it hasn't worked, but you don't. I'm with Daz. A good player don't get shit overnight.
Yeah. Well, put it this way, then, Haz. If you don't choose, you get the R9 haircut.
I know something better for him.
Oh yeah. but that is the thing. Like, I've got more hope and belief that Chaplin will be better the second half of the season than I do Biakini or even Yang, to be fair, which I like Yang. I thought he was a really good technical footballer, but maybe just doesn't suit what we need right now. Like, I think we need
The funny thing is, I spent the majority of his time against Charlton, bar the goal, shouting, send him back to Spurs, because he looked like the most least interested player on that pitch.
I think he already knew he was going back, and he couldn't be asked.
He looked like he never wanted. He didn't want to be there. He was just strolling around. He wasn't. I don't know. He gave the foul away, but there were so many times he could have just tackled and he pulled out, and it was like, you clearly don't want to be here, mate. It kind of reminded me of the end of Scarlett's reign. I mean,
yeah. We haven't got the best success rate from loanees from Spurs, have we?
No, we need to stop.
Harvey White, Dane Scarlett.
Maybe Spurs shit. Spurs are fucking wankers, mate.
Thomas Frank out. Yeah, they are.
Speaking of Spurs fans, really hype that they're youngsters without watching them play.
Yeah,
they do. There's a lot of them. If you have a look at now, obviously being a kind of watching Spurs almost every week, I see it. You see how many loans have returned to Spurs because they're not getting the game time. You got a centre half come back from Aberdeen not playing. Jamie Donnelly's not been getting the game time as Stoke. You've got a couple in League One that haven't been getting the game time, and Spurs fans are like, oh, why would I play them? It's clearly not ready, or they're too high. I can't believe that Yang's managed to get one up at the top of the Championship. Personally,
amazing.
From what I'd see, you'd want him to play in League One and play every week, but maybe playing for a more attacking, more adventurous team than us will be better for him. I don't know.
Yeah, but if Mason Clark is fit, then Yang won't be playing. Like,
no, because Mason Clark is about 5 times as good as him.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because Mason Clark is at a different part of his journey than Yang is anyway. Like, so I wouldn't expect Yang to start over. And Yang should never start over the likes of Murphy if Murphy was fit for us. Do you know what I mean? Because
that was his problem on the left, wasn't it?
Yeah, because there are different parts of their career. Like, Yang still has a lot to prove. The likes of Ephraim Mason Clark and Josh Murphy don't. Like, they have a body of work which they can look back on and say, I deserve to be chosen over this young lad, which is fine. I just don't think he's going to get much more game time at Coventry. Maybe they're going to have said to Spurs he'll get more game time here. Well, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
That's the report, is they've been told he will. So unless they got some sort of injury of one of their wingers and we're out of the loop and they're out for 3 months, so he's guaranteed at least 3 months worth of football. Who knows?
And obviously they've also signed Eze as well, aren't they, on loan?
They have, yes, but he's more of an attacking midfielder. So
I think he plays more on the right as well, doesn't he?
Yeah. Back to Arsenal, just to preview that again, because why not?
Referee?
The referee is Tony Harrington, who we had only recently. I can't remember which game it was.
I say it rings a bell, the name.
Where can I find that? We've had he's a Select 1 referee. We've had quite a few Select 1 referees recently, which is a bit bizarre. After so long, I suppose maybe that's being in the Championship more.
Probably.
For longer, because we've had Tim Robinson, Paul Tierney, what's his name gone? Tony Harrington again. We've had plenty of Select 1 referees, and I think the referees have actually done all right over the last few weeks. I don't see them have done a lot wrong, especially the games at Fratton Park. Nothing really controversial, no howlers. We also managed to break the Sam Allison curse as well when we beat Charlton, which was good because he was the 4th official.
We broke that anyway last season when we beat Watford.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? Well, we carried it on. I haven't got the stats for the referee because I didn't do it. We'll take predictions, but we haven't We don't include cup games in our prediction league.
No,
it's solely league only.
Yeah, but we still have a go.
We will have a go.
Okay, well, I'll go first because we're going to take them to penalties.
I will take whatever you've taken.
1-1 penalties. Probably lose.
Great.
Pens. And the goal scorer, you have to go for defender because I generally don't know who's going to play. I'll go Seggers because he's going to play.
Is he?
Yeah, he's going to bang one top corner. I spoke to Mark earlier.
Oh, fair.
Is it me next, is it?
If you want.
It's up to you. I just jumped in.
Yeah, because it doesn't really matter, does it, I suppose, really? Yeah, like, do you mean I think that's our best way of getting a result? You never know. Could be a 1-0, but I'm going to say we're probably going to take independent. Is it extra time as well?
Yeah.
Straight to pens, I think, isn't it?
No, I know that's the League Cup. I don't know whether they do that for the...
With Spurs, you drew with someone non-league and then it went to extra time, didn't it?
Yeah, they're just showing the substitute cost of...
Yeah, I just saw that, yeah.
of Arsenal. 273 million is their bench.
It's on the screen right now.
Like, what the fuck?
Wouldn't trade any of them, mate, for John Swift. None of them.
No, not a single one. Not Madueke, not Miles Lewis-Skelly, not Christian Norgard. None of them.
None of them.
Couldn't get in front of my goat.
So what do you reckon then, Dad, score-wise?
The problem is that going to extra time and then penalties, like, that is definitely a scenario we're going to have to just play like kids. Do you know what I mean? Because you've got players like that are going to be getting put through their paces for that amount of time. I'd kind of rather, if we're going to lose on penalties, I'd rather just lose in 90 minutes. Like, get the game over with, save the legs for another half an hour, because you're up against like different caliber and different level kind of players. But fuck it, let's take the penalties.
So you're going to say we win on penalties? You're saying we're going to win on penalties?
Well, if we're going to get the penalties, we're going to win them. Like, we have to. Like,
okay.
I'm not.
But what's the score going to be at full time?
I don't know. We can't score more than one.
The 1-1, like me then.
Yeah, 1-1. Who's to fucking score for us? Jesus. I mean, whether he plays or not, I don't know. But big shock Nessie.
Big shock, Nessie. I'm sure you're going to go like 10-0.
4-0 Arsenal. Madueke. Just get it over and done with. We're going to get arseholed. Let's just sit back and enjoy the future Premier League champions.
Before we move on, I want to ask you both a question.
Yes.
So, I want you both to name me your best 11 with all fit. But you can go, say, for example, you think we need a right back. I'm not saying we do. You would go Schmid, new right back. You know what I mean? But you don't have to say what player, just what you would change with your best 11. I just want to see something.
Okay.
So go first.
You say me?
Yeah, you go first.
All right. Nico, Devlin, new centre-back, Shaughnessy, Ogilvy / new left-back, new centre-mid, Dazelle, new right-winger, Segacic, Murphy Bishop.
Okay. Daz?
So we're saying if everyone's fighting fit,
everyone's fit, but if you can replace the player by just saying new signing.
Yeah, so I would probably say the same back four.
And goalie, I assume.
And the goalkeeper, yeah. Dazelle and a new centre mid would have to be anyway, wouldn't it? Would it be Mark? To be fair, would have been okay with that. But I'm going to go for a new centre mid. Murphy on the left. Obviously, Bishop up top. Yeah, Segatic in the 10. And be new right wings. Probably pretty much bang on. It is the same as Has, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I think you both got the same team.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting though that you both have said that, and only one player we signed in the summer.
Yeah.
In that depressing, how bad our summer transfer was in the end.
And
I
that's
think.
yeah.
And part of mine was I did kind of disregard Mark because he's now out for the next year. I think he was just kind of getting into it, but
he was class when he come on.
he was.
Calls the corner for Shotness's goal. But again, like he did when he came on for Swift previously, instant. But I call him Mr. Positivity.
I think he's a good player to bring off the bench for some energy, but whether a consistent starter, we don't know. But if I'm Pompey, I'm going left back wise. I go Dennis Sirkin if I can on loan from Sunderland because Masuaku and Reinaldo are now going to be back from AFCON within the next couple of days because Congo got knocked out. And then if he's not available, then I would look at, if you can, is Harry Amas, who's on loan at Sheffield Wednesday. He's playing in the Championship. He's one of their standout players. And you could potentially look at an option to buy on top of that. They'd be my two left backs I'd go for.
Yeah, I'll be wanting a new left back for about 2 years now, so I'll be happy with Kirkin. To be honest, he's a good player, proven at this level. Sort of exactly what we need, really, isn't he?
Exactly, and he improves the starting 11.
Yeah,
because he is better than Conor Ogilvie.
And I don't know who, but we definitely need a physical midfielder, a bit like Hayden Isaac last year. Not saying him specifically, but just someone a bit, a bit bigger, a bit more stronger. I just feel like our midfield just ain't got enough. It's too, but they're all too technical. Rather than sometimes you just need that.
You need an enforcer.
Yeah, and we haven't. I don't know if LaRue was supposed to be that, but it hasn't paid off.
Definitely not that.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah,
could have had Pele Matson. He's doing pretty well for Norwich, but
it costs money, doesn't he? So they ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, that is a thing. That was a depressing thing. Which I listened to Andrew Moon the other day on Who Needs Mourinho. Mourinho, yeah, who's needs Mourinho? And he was saying that like buying him for 3.5 million would have been pretty much the budget, and it's like that is horrible to hear.
It's depressing, isn't it?
Yeah. So I don't know. I know. Obviously, we're going to talk probably next week about it, but yeah, something.
Also, but at the same time, I still stress it's not necessarily. It's a difficult one with money, isn't it? Because they are. I can't remember if I bookmarked the tweet. I remember I was gonna, and it was a load of Charlton fans that were saying like that we spent. They spent 3.5, 2 million, 2 million, 1.71, like way more than us, and they were slagging off at every single signing. And you think, well, they've spent probably 3, 5, 7, nearly 10 million, and yet, how much better are they than us?
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily the money. You just want better, don't you?
They need to spend more. I'm not expecting us to go and do what Wrexham did. I said it before. 11 million on Nathan Broadhead. I'm not expecting that.
If you're doing what Charlton have done, they wasted that money.
I think the summer signings we made, if you look at like 1.2 on Kosnovsky, 1 on LaRue, 1 on Josh Knight. Obviously, some of them aren't good, but those kind of figures, if you can hit the right guys, are okay. If you can accompany it with a player or two of the maybe £3 to £4 million mark, maybe if it's only one, that's fine. But it's still not unrealistic to sign a player for that amount of money, I don't think.
No, of course not. No. And that's what I mean by it's hard, isn't it? Because Charlton have spent that sort of money and it hasn't worked.
But because Michael Eisner bought someone and he fell over on a tractor machine or something, it means that we won't sell on anyone of any good monetary value anymore.
I know, and that was the start of the heel turn, as I keep calling it, for me. That when I hadn't heard that. I think you said it on the pod, and my reaction was literally like a real reaction because I forgot to listen to it, so I got you to read off some of the things, and I couldn't believe it when you said that. And then just some of the other things that are coming out, like all this bullshit that we hear. Oh, there's better value later in the window and all that.
Absolute bollocks.
Do you know what I mean? And you're watching people sign players left, right, and centre that are decent players, and even not some of them for not even a lot of money. And you think, well, how have we not done that?
Because we got to wait until the FA Cup teams have played.
Oh, it's just
Just to sign some random under 21 player on loan.
Yeah, and unless it's like the Arsenal nipper, whatever his name is, I'm not interested. And they ain't gonna let him come out because
He'll play on Sunday and rip us a fucking new one, won't he? If he's fit.
I'm looking forward to watching it. Yeah, if he's fit, I really hope he is because he is quality. But maybe we can get that Lacey for Man United. He looked class, so if you're gonna
we should go for Harry Maguire on loan. He's not getting many minutes.
Yeah, I'd have him.
Yeah,
Top 50 together. That's quality.
in my bed.
Right.
Is that Arsenal all reviewed?
Yep.
We've got no one fit. We've got no one fit. Arsenal have got pretty much a fully fit squad. They're going to tear us a new one. Done.
We're going to do it.
But enjoy it. How often do we get day games like this anymore?
And that is the thing. Enjoy it, but enjoy it being disciplined in it.
Enjoy it. By all means, enjoy it. But enjoy it by being fucking disciplined.
But also, like, if it is like a 5-0 or a 4-0, as long as the boys put there, you can come off proud, like we did, like when they battered us 5-1 in the FA Cup in the Premier League. The team that night weren't awful. It was just the difference in quality was massive.
Yeah,
I have a feeling that we're going to be like almost kind of a repetition of the Henry thing, like clapping him off. Yeah. And I feel it'll be the same with Eze.
I'll be
like
off anyway.
I just feel like he's going to just tear us one, and you just kind of have to accept like that guy is just unbelievable.
Yeah, Eze's one of my favourite players at the moment to watch. So to see him live will be quality. So yes, this is what I mean. It bears no meaning on our season. It will not. It's good for the players, good for the fans. I mean, like, good for the young kids who don't get to see this. Like, we were all lucky to see us in the Prem and come up against superstars. Like, it don't happen often now. So just enjoy it. And I don't want to hear any negativity Sunday after the game. If anyone thinks we should go into it and get something out of the game, then they need fucking sorting. Doing.
Yes, they do. Right. So, was it Taskmaster? Is it?
Yep. I texted you both yesterday, I think it was, once we knew Graham weren't coming on, because we weren't going to do our segments, were we, other than Harry's, because it has to be done by law. And it was basically the 2025 awards. Everyone gets a trophy. No, we're joking. So we're going to start off with. So we're all going to say a player each and see if we can come, or a moment, or whatever it is, and see if we agree. Is that all right with you both?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So first one then is the signing of 2025. Has, do you want to nominate someone?
My nomination, because of the impact that he played or made when he came in, is Rob Atkinson.
Okay. Des, have you got a nomination?
Well, I had two. Has took one of them. So I will go. Oh no! Can I say Atkinson as well? Because the other player I've got.
It just would be nice if we could add a little bit of it.
Okay, go on then. My second one will be Segacic then.
Okay.
Love it.
Well, we'll go with just the 2 because that's all I've got as well.
All right.
If it was permanent signing, then it would be Seggers. If
Yeah.
it just overall signing, I think Rob
Yeah.
Atkinson made more of an impact.
So Atkinson was my number 1 for the impact, and Seggers was number 2. So there we go. So our overall signing of 2025
Is a player that isn't ours.
but our permanent signing of 2025 is Segasic.
Come on, Seggers, keep that going.
Right. So next we are going for the flop of 2025. There's a few of these. And there's different ways you can look at the flop, really, isn't there? Because you could go on price tag, performances, overhyped, dipping performances. Do you know what I mean? Like, someone bit good in 2024, then all of a sudden shit in 2025. So, Haz, give me a name.
Another loanee, Cade Gordon.
Okay. Daz?
For me, it's John Swift.
Yep. Okay. I will throw in Biagini.
I think for mine, for John Swift, it's like the sort of obviously he comes in with championship pedigree, like, and that kind of thing. And for me, he's like, I was torn between him and Chaplin, just because obviously of the players where they've come in and you expect more from them. But I think with Chaplin, he's shown more than Swift has, where Swift has shown maybe 1 or 2 things in a game here and there, where Chaplin has been a bit more than that. So mine was John Swift, and I think like what he was coming in for should be doing better.
At least John Swift scored.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I wouldn't take just scoring as in like that makes them a better player or being better, because you could just stand there from a corner, you could just hit it in the back of the arse and go in.
Still scores though.
It doesn't matter to me. It's about
cross for Gordon, then has
one of the most useless players on the earth. Might as well have not been alive when he was here. Was shit. Didn't offer anything. See you later. Bye bye.
Fair enough. I can't be bothered with Biagini because Swift is my pick. And I'll tell you the difference between, in my opinion, the two. Gordon's probably the worst signing of the season, but he was never expected to do anything. Where Swift is supposed to have been one of the marquee signings. I'm actually shocked you didn't put Chaplin's name up. To be honest, I just didn't know. I couldn't say it. Swift, God knows how much money he's on. Might be one of our most highly paid players.
I think he is.
And he has generally been awful. And I mean awful. Like, I watch him and I just want to, like, tear my arm off just so I could got something to throw at him. You know? So I would go Swift, personally. So should we give it to Swift? Unless you want to change your answer, but...
No, Swift is good.
Swift's good. All right, Flop.
I mean, Swift isn't good, but yeah.
It's good for this. Flop of 2025 is John Swift. Now we're going on to player of 2025. Daz, you can throw a name in first.
my player, which I think you'll be happy with. For me, is Dazelle. I think Dazelle is our most consistent performer. That's mine.
Okay, Haz?
Our number 1, Nicholas Schmid.
Okay, yep, cool. You both took mine. It's difficult, isn't it? So I'd still go. I'm going to throw Murphy's name in because he had obviously a mad end of last season, and even though he struggled this season, and he's still got like 8 assists or 7 assists or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
So I'm still going to throw Murphy's name in, even though the other two are more persuaded by.
Yeah, and that's the thing for me. It's just the fact that like they've been like Dazelle, especially, has been ever present. Like and still perform pretty well. Like he's the most reliable player, I think. Goes under the radar, but obviously if Murphy didn't have his sort of like injury issues and that kind of stuff, played a bit more, then which probably, I mean, at the same time, if Murphy's still having that sort of impact, considering he doesn't play as many games as Dazelle, it's obviously shows his quality. But yeah, for me, Dazelle.
Okay. Has, do you want to put your case across for Nico?
I kind of said it earlier, didn't I, when we were talking about, he made a few errors, but he's consistently been our best goalkeeper, I think, probably since David James. He's saved us so many times. Distribution hasn't been amazing in the last few weeks, but most of the time it's been good, like consistently good. He came in, obviously, in 2024 to take over from Will Norris, who, by the way, has dropped off an absolute cliff.
God, yeah.
But he's come in and he's probably saved us. I don't know how many points he would have saved us, but I would say probably double figures of points. And he's kept us in games when when you need your keeper to. He's kept us ahead when we needed him to. He's kept us level when we've needed him to. So yeah.
It is difficult to pick between the two. I'd have to go to Zell because.
Oh, that's because you want to wank him off.
Yeah, I do. But yeah, he's the level of his performances. I can only think of maybe a couple this season. He's had an off day, but overall, his levels have just reached another level in it. So him and probably Devlin are probably up there for player of the season at the moment. I would say personally. So next is Unsung Hero of 2020.
Who's going first?
Dad, you go as you said it.
Terry Devlin. Probably
Is he
more.
unsung?
Well,
I don't think he is anymore.
But I think even last season, I think when he came in and did jobs, which it's only really with Terry Devlin, probably in the last maybe month or two, where he sort of had more praise like that. But I mean, I suppose it depends on how you look at it. Like unsung hero, I also look at it as maybe that he's not the star of the show, I suppose. Like the likes of Murphy and the players like that, they're sort of thrust forward, not by fans as such, but also media and that kind of thing. If you were outside, weren't a Pompey fan, I dread to think. I probably reckon there's quite a lot of people that don't know who Terry Devlin is. Where with Murphy, Bishop, and that lot, their names are always up there. And I think with Devlin, it's not. But I mean, if he keeps going the way he's going for the rest of the season, then it definitely will be up there.
Yeah, you know what? That look, looking at it from an outside point of view, that's not a bad show actually. Okay, so Devlin has.
I'm going to go for another right back in Zach Swanson. Especially
Stop taking my answers.
especially in the last couple of months since he's been playing left back. He played there as an academy kid, but it's very different playing there in the academy than it is to playing in men's football, especially at the championship level. He's been pretty much faultless. You could probably not really tell if he was actually a right back playing at left back. He doesn't look out of position. It looks fairly natural for him. And without him performing that well at left back, I think we'd probably be in a bit of trouble, more than we already are.
Well, the fact you picked him as well, that's who would go to. There's been a couple of games where I actually think Swanson's been better than Devlin, but Devlin's been getting the recognition, and no one said a word about Swanson. So I think Swanson's played better as a left back than he ever did as a right back.
He's our Jed Spence.
For me, and I know I haven't got the greatest relationship with Ogilvie, not personally, I just mean how I feel of him. I couldn't care less if Ogilvie comes back. Swanson still starts for me until we get a new left back. Simple as that. I mean, he's performed better than Ogilvie in my. The only thing you would rather have Ogilvie for is the goal threat and obviously the defensive duties of corners, which I don't think Swanson. But then I don't think Ogilvie could smash one like Swanson can. Right, next is Matcha 2025. You go first this time.
Oof. Match of 2025. I haven't actually got this one. Let me have a quick look back through. Immediately what comes out is the 5-3 v Norwich on Good Friday.
Yep. Especially as we watched it together.
We did. Daz bailed on us.
Yeah.
You've also got the Leeds game at home. More of the kind of one of the worst teams in the league at home to the top of the table, who were on a really good run. Just to a man, I don't think you can really say anything of how bad we were. Like, we were so good and everything. And then probably Swansea on New Year's Day last year when we won 4-0 would probably be the three that I'd go for.
Okay. Daz, you got any others?
For me, my game of the season was Leeds.
Yeah.
I think that's all those other games. Like, you could pick a few out and stuff like that, but I just think the whole occasion, atmosphere. I think when that goal went in, the place erupted, and I thought we put in a type of performance that I thought, like, we can really kind of start pushing on. Not saying I thought we were gonna be going off towards the playoffs like this season, things like that, but really start to
Why
sort
not?
of learn and like put ourselves in a bit of a better position, like, for this season, which obviously kind of haven't. But yeah, that's the game for me.
Yeah, see, my two is Norwich and Leeds. One, the Leeds game, the atmosphere. We didn't expect anything, and it was a good game to watch as well. And then obviously Norwich, the experience in it in the pub with you was great fun.
It was great.
And I'm probably going to tip it towards the Norwich game just for that reason, to be honest. The whole pub, we couldn't believe what we were watching.
Are you coming this year, Daz? Are you coming this year?
For what, the Easter game?
The Good Friday against Norwich, which seems to be a yearly thing now.
I'll have to have a look. I'll have a look.
Of course, we'll have a look.
We'll have a look.
Cool. Right. So we go with the Norwich game then. And then goal of 2025.
I'll go first on this one. For me, it's one of our most recent goals, and it's the Derby away goal.
Yeah.
Probably my favourite goal, to be honest. Like, as in, like, I suppose some people, you could pick up maybe Yang's goal for, like, the situation and occasion and things like that. But I think as a goal that's probably should, if we're going to play out from the back, that's the way we need to play out from the back. And we probably used every positive and every bit of our armoury in that goal. We used, obviously, playing at the back through Schmid, the ball obviously going out to the left, then going in towards Bishop, him using his strength to flick the ball on for Murphy to overlap, and then Murphy just to play it into Lang and sort of cool, calm and collected and put it into the bottom left-hand corner. So I think that goal, for me, is something that, like, that's the perfect goal.
Yeah, there's definitely, if you're going to go down as the best footballing goal, I don't think you could really argue that. But football's not just about how it looks; it could be how it feels. You got anything else? You can't pick Yang's goal because you weren't there.
No, that is very true. Probably it has to be from the Leeds game. I'd probably say if it's one that I'm there, it's just scoring that goal against Leeds. Colby going through and poking it past Meslier. I'll probably go Colby's goal against Leeds.
My other goal would be Yang's goal, just for the sheer disbelief, and that feeling, the sort of, you don't really have them moments often. But I think I'm going to go for the footballing goal this time, because that's, there ain't many better. Although shout outs to things like Swanson's goal as well.
Yeah, or Williams's.
Williams's, yeah. But we're going to give it to Lang against Derby. Right, unless there's any categories I've forgotten, it's time for the best time of the week.
That's right, it's back. Russ is the only reason Russ is here.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Clue number 1 is...
Oh, hello?
Right, sorry.
I thought you died.
No, I don't play for Portsmouth, it's fine. Pompey were the only club... sorry, I will start again. I need to learn to read. Pompey were the club I made the second highest amount of appearances for in my career, only behind my hometown club.
Did we have this before? Or was it just like a similar question?
I don't know, did we... Oh, no, we've done that one, haven't we? I can't remember.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounded right.
Did we do that one?
I'm sure we've done that one, Dad.
Fuck it.
Sounds similar, but I mean, we've done so many.
Go on to the second question.
No, we haven't done this one, I don't think.
We definitely done one where it was like home behind the club that they were born at or something like that. Anyway, all right.
No, I'd have remembered the other clues. We haven't done this one.
It was just a similar clue then. Second highest after their hometown club, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Right. What are we thinking, Daz? Northerner, Southerner? What about Paul Robinson? Because I swear he only played for us and Mill. And was he born in London?
Yeah, that's a good shout, actually, yeah.
I'll go Paul Robinson.
He played for us for quite a while. I mean, I suppose it doesn't have to be a while, does it? Cause
no, he could have been a journeyman, and it ended up being the only one he stayed at long enough as his home club.
Yeah. Oh, this is a tough one, isn't it? Just to get the ball rolling, I suppose, isn't it? Who's been here for quite a while?
When's the first Daz Hail Mary going to be, do you reckon, Russ?
A few weeks yet.
I'll go Gareth Evans.
Not a bad shout. He was at Bradford for a while, wasn't he?
Not a bad shout there, Dazzler.
He's up because I think also, I don't know if like Fleetwood is anywhere near him as well, but...
Is he Yorkshireman or Lancashireman?
He's a Lancashire.
Oh, it's a Fleet... whatever they're called.
Yeah. Right.
I can't remember all the name.
Clue number 2.
Which I know that ain't right.
I made a controversial move between two rivals, which led my old team's fans lighting 200 blue candles outside my family home to mock my death moving to the rivals.
Blue candles.
Jesus. That is some weird behaviour, by the way.
Yeah.
Fucking
So the blue candles represent their, like, is that a Birmingham to Villa? Is that a Rangers to Celtic?
Is that like Everton, Liverpool?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, is the blue representing their colours? Do you know what I mean? Which I'd imagine it would. So to me, that seems like an Everton to Liverpool, Birmingham to Villa, Rangers to Celtic sort of signing, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's have a quick think of Birmingham Villa players. Well, I've got Paul Merson in my head, but I know that's not right.
No, it's barely.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Brain just goes dead sometimes, doesn't it?
Crikey. They know how it's like to be, what footballer can I think of? John Swift.
Oh, God's sake. Blue. Oh, that's going to bug. This is really annoying. I can't think of a single player that played for either Birmingham, Everton, or Rangers. And I don't even know if that's right. I'm just assuming.
Wow, this is. Oh, Jesus. I do not know.
Oh, bamboozled ya.
I can't even think of a player that makes sense just to move on.
No.
Saying that, I suppose it might not even be a British player. Like, it could be like some French player. Like, do you know what I mean? Because that don't sound like an English thing to do when you think about it, does it?
No, not candles, anyway.
It would have been like bricks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, blue bricks.
I'm trying to think of a more elegant. Maybe is it a French player? Pamero. I don't fucking know.
Is that your guess?
Yeah, fuck it. I know it's not. I just want to move on.
I'll just do Distan then or something like that, like whatever.
I am the fourth and currently the last player from my nation to play for Portsmouth. A fifth player from my nation was signed after me, but they failed to make an appearance for Pompey.
Fourth player from that nation.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 were before him. Yeah.
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
understood the question. Yeah.
Well done for working in the order of numbers.
No, I was just checking I understood rather than the number part. I mean, so I was right there. It weren't British. Just trying to count up in my head how many Croatians we've had. Or like Dutch. Have we had many Dutch? Just trying to think of nations we've had, but not a lot of, if that makes sense. Nigerian.
Tell what, Croatian's not a bad one.
How many have we had? 5? I can only think of Prozaneski, Zivkic, Kranjar. That it? 3?
I might just go with one of those, to be honest. I'm going to go Cranchar.
You got Utaka, Kanu. In fact, I'm going to go Utaka.
Russ.
Yeah. What are you going for, Des?
Cranshaw.
Daz.
Yeah.
Was it actually Cranshaw?
It is Nico Cranshaw.
So what clubs are that then? Was that like high?
So he was at Dinamo Zagreb, and he moved to Hajduk Split.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you said obviously blue candles, I was thinking like blue. Trying to think of blue teams, but I couldn't think of any because I was thinking like clubs over here. And then when you said about the Croatians, I was like, ooh, because we've had like.
Well, I thought we had a fair amount that might be like 5.
Was that Subotnik or whatever his name was? He Croatian? Is it Subotnik?
No, he was Serbian, wasn't he?
See,
I think so.
but yeah, I was just. Who was the other Croatian players after?
I didn't actually note them down. I will have to find out.
Go on then.
Lovely.
That goalkeeper. Did we sign like a young goalie that was Croatian?
Oh no, was he Croatian? Yeah, young blonde-haired lad.
Yeah, and he never played, did he?
No, I think it might have been him actually.
I'm just trying to think who the other. So you got Zivkovic, Prozinski, Cranshaw. Radonja weren't Croatian, was he?
So you've got Cranshaw, Zivkovic, Ivica Morna.
Oh,
Yes.
Corner. Yeah, the most.
And the one player that didn't play for us was Petar Durin,
Durin, that's it. Yeah.
Goalie, wasn't he?
who we signed from Atalanta. That was the Eisner's first signing.
Ivica Morna, still to this day, I can remember. Before I say, when we played Charlton last, we wanted to bring on a couple of subs. I think it was Yang and someone else come on at the same time, and they both were just walking back. And John Hardy lost his shit with them because they weren't being quick. I don't know if you've noticed that, Has, because you're right there.
What game was it?
I think it was the Charlton game. I'm sure it was. They wanted to bring a couple subs on, and they weren't being quick, and they were like going mad because they were just walking back when they obviously wanted to get him on quick. I think Franco Uma was going to come on, and then he come on later.
Yeah, that would have been the Charlton game, I think.
And then he had to sit back down and put a bib on, but at the time they called them both over, and they just took ages, and John Hardy was going mental because they were like, come on, like fucking, do you want to get on or not, sort of thing. You know what I mean? But if he could more, I remember he was warming up for ages. And it might have been his debut at Fratton Park. I know he scored against Spurs. And I've never seen someone whip off their training gear as fast as him. It was he literally just, they went, Mora, on you come, top off, trousers off. He was ready to go. He was, shin pads already on, boots already on. Like, why can't all subs be like that? I've never seen a player be more eager to get on the pitch, but boy was he shit. But yeah, no, Nico. You remember Nico, don't you, Has?
Of course I do.
I don't know. I can never remember how old you are. You're a baby. He was always one of my favourite players that we ever had.
Yeah,
but a lot of people didn't rate him, weirdly.
Right, lovely. Is there anything else? Are we all done?
No, I'm all done.
Lovely. So, right. So next game, just up against currently the best team in the league. Well, not just the league, the country.
Can't beat Liverpool team, so maybe not.
Oh yeah, I've been watching it in the background. It's been pretty dull, to be honest. So Sunday kickoff, 2:00. Let's just get there and enjoy it. Enjoy it being disciplined. We'll have a look and all that. We'll do. But yeah, let's create a good atmosphere. I think we will do because we've got nothing to lose, have we? So as long as the players turn up, we have a go, and then hopefully next time we chat next week, we may have some stronger transfer rumours, or hopefully even anyone in. because we do need to start that ball rolling. But yeah, join us next week. We'll go over the Arsenal game and obviously preview the Sheffield Wednesday game, along with having... Is Graham going to be able to make it next week?
Yeah. He said he'll be next week.
Lovely. And we can have a good old debate. It'd be nice to hear a point of view from someone totally on the other side. I know us three are sort of, we dip in and out and that kind of stuff, but obviously there's a certain amount of people that are definitely on the other side, and it'd be nice to have a little chat, respectful debate. But yeah, and until then, everyone enjoy the game on the weekend, and obviously keep an eye out for the draw for the 4th round, I think. But until then, up the Blues!